peoples praise you. Let the nations be glad.
So the first song that I'm going to be giving you is called May the Peoples Praise You, and it actually comes from Psalm 67. And I'm going to start by reading Psalm 67 to you now. May God be gracious to us and bless us and make his face to shine upon us, that your way may be known on earth, your saving power among all nations. Let the peoples praise you, O God, let all the peoples praise you. Let the nations be glad and sing for joy, for you judge the peoples with equity and guide the nations upon the earth. Let the peoples praise you, O God, let all the peoples praise you. The earth has yielded its increase. God, our God, shall bless us. God shall bless us. Let all the ends of the earth fear him. So in this psalm, he is talking about the purpose of God's blessing in his people and in our own lives. There is a purpose behind all of these things. And just as he blessed Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and many others that we read about in the scriptures, he also blesses us today so that we can be a blessing to others. And he fills us with grace and mercy so that we can spread this grace and mercy to others as well. We have experienced it and we can share it. So just as God is generous in the harvest of food that he has poured out on the earth, like it talks about in verse 6 there, he is also generous with grace and forgiveness in us. And in verse 2 it says, may our every breath retell the grace that broke into our strife. And that's from the song. And it's a reminder that we should be careful not to hoard God to ourselves, but instead to be sharing what he's doing in our lives. And he will enrich us in ways that we can't imagine. So in verse 5 of the song, we sing, this is our holy privilege to declare your praises and your name. So we're singing that it's a duty to declare his good works. And the song also looks forward to a time when all of God's people will be brought together to receive blessing and to sing his praises together. So it's a prayer and it's a cry that with every breath in our lives that we're retelling the graces, the privilege, and the privileges, the worthiness of knowing and loving our amazing God. And it's a battle. And just like it says in Galatians 5:17, the desires of the flesh are against the spirit, and the desires of the spirit are against the flesh. For these things are opposed to each other to keep you from doing the things that you want to do. We are nervous and scared. I am nervous and scared to share what God is doing in me. And it's a struggle that most of us carry. But if we're serious about our faith and we're trusting the Spirit and we're coming to God in prayer, asking him to help us and to guide us, God will enable us. So we can act with Spirit-empowered conviction, courage, and urgency, and we can share the hope that we have. We have the power within us. In Romans 8:31-32, you'll know this verse. If God is for us, who can be against us? He who did not spare his own son, but gave him up for us all, how will he not also with him graciously give us all things? So pray often that God would help us to be bold and that he would fill us with the Spirit, just as he did with the disciples. And this hope is going to spread to others. So I love this upbeat song, and I love how it fills us with energy for the urgent call to be bold with our faith and to witness to others. And it calls for us to proclaim the goodness and blessing that comes from our God and the mercy and grace of God in our lives to every people, every nation, every tribe and tongue. And I hope that this song blesses you, and I hope that it's an encouragement and it is an urging for you to get out there and try this out yourself. So sing along, listen to my recording. I've tried to keep it pretty genuine. I don't have an auto-tuning device or anything like that, so just be gracious with me when you listen. But I hope that you can put this song on. The lyrics are going to be on the video for you. You can sing along, you can play along with it as well. And I hope that it's a blessing to you this week. So have a great night, everyone, or a great day, whatever the day is for you. And I will see you again next week. Bye.